Officer Dave, would you open the courtroom for us, please?
The state of Michigan 36th District Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge David S. Robinson Jr. presiding. Court is now in session. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. So Mr. Ashton. Good morning. This is file 22-181-149, Affiliated Diagnostics versus City of Detroit. Could I have your appearance, please?
Yes, Joel Ashton appearing for defendant City of Detroit, P number 47039.
Mr. Ashton, do we have City Council approval of the settlement yet?
We do, and we have submitted an order of dismissal to the court for entry.
Okay, good enough. Then I'll let you go and I'll look forward to your order. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Judge.
Enjoy your day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Morning, Council.
Good morning, Judge.
Get Mr. Richardson here. We can get started.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, gentlemen, we're on the record calling file number 23240-101 Jeremy Richardson versus Real Estate Title Agency, LLC. This is the first pretrial in this matter. This matter was initially filed in the Small Claims Division and was removed to the General Civil Division, which is where we are today. Gentlemen, let me have your appearances. Appearances.
I'll start. Richard M. Delanis appearing for the defendant, Real Estate Title Agency.
You remember the State Bar of Michigan?
I am.
Then you probably have a P number.
47904.
And what is your name, sir?
Jeremy Richardson.
Mr. Richardson, is it your intention to represent yourself in this matter?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Sir, you have an absolute constitutional right to do that. What you do not have is a right to your own set of rules, civil procedures, your own rules of evidence, and your own statutes. If you elect to represent yourself, as is your constitutional right, the same rules that are binding on counsel are binding on you. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
I want you to understand something else that's very different than what you may have been anticipating. When you started your lawsuit in the Small Claims Division, things are very different in the Small Claims Division than they are here in the General Civil Docket. In the Small Claims Division, lawyers are not permitted. In the Small Claims Division, the rules of evidence, except privilege, do not apply. In the Small Claims Division, the court is not required to follow the statutes or case law, but is to do, quote, substantial justice. These things are very different where we are now. This is the General Civil Docket. In the General Civil Docket, the rules of evidence do apply. In the General Civil Docket, the court is required to follow the court rules, case law, and statutory rules. If you elect to represent yourself, as is your constitutional right, you will not be heard to say you don't know the rules. If you've elected to represent yourself, as is your constitutional right, there's only one set of rules here. And the court is not an advocate for either side. I am an umpire. I don't tell anybody how to practice law. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So my suggestion to you, and it is only a suggestion, because as I indicated earlier, you have an absolute constitutional right to represent yourself. My suggestion would be that you get counsel, but that's up to you. All right, what's this lawsuit about, Joe?
Your Honor, if is there an opportunity for us to do that, for me to do that?
Yes, just go get a lawyer, have the lawyer file the appearance. The appearance is a document by which the attorney says he or she will represent you. So what is your lawsuit about, sir?
Your Honor, the lawsuit is clear. There was a real estate transaction that took place where real estate title agency was the closing agent and the title company on that. They withheld funds from the proceedings for the sale of the property to, as they indicate, make payments on my behalf to the city of Detroit for blight tickets that they determined were due on the property at the time of the closing. It was later discovered, I later discovered that the tickets that real estate title agency held money for were for tickets that had previously been paid and or belonged to had been issued to an entity that was not me, the owner of the property at that time, who someone who had been issued these tickets prior to my ownership of the property.
And how much are you claiming here, sir?
$4,725 is the amount of the tickets when you total what was previously paid and what was paid to or on behalf of another entity.
Counsel, what's your position here?
Our position is, Judge, that there was a settlement statement in which these dollar amounts were actually itemized. He signed the settlement statement, agreeing to it and authorizing the disbursement of those monies. The title company, the title agency, doesn't have the money. In fact, it did disperse those funds out to either the city or to a law firm that was collecting on behalf of the city those blight tickets. So if Mr. Richardson's looking for a refund of those monies, he's actually sued the wrong party. He has to ask either the city and or that law firm for the money back.
Okay, well, it sounds like you guys are not going to settle the case today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open your written discovery and I'll give you a return date. Your return date with me will be May 11th at 10 o'clock. It'll be on Zoom like today. Does that work for everybody?
Yes, sir.
Checking my calendar, I believe so, but let me just double check. Yes, it does.
Okay, we'll see you gentlemen May 11th at 10 o'clock. Your written discovery is now open. Is there anything else we can accomplish today?
That's it, Judge.
Mr. Richardson?
That'll be on.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. We'll send you out a notice today. Let's be safe.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
10 o'clock. Thanks for coming in.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Um,
All right, we are on the record calling file number 22-243-778, Regina Ewing versus City of Detroit Water Department. This appears to be our second pretrial after this matter was removed from the Small Claims Division. When we were last together in this matter, the court granted the city's motion for more definite statement. Your respective appearances.
Devin Graham Ayash, P 86407, appearing for City of Detroit Water and Sewage Department.
And what is your name, ma'am?
My name is Regina Ewing. I'm appearing for myself.
All right. So, counsel, do you have this amended complaint?
Yes, so the amended complaint was served to us on March 24th. And yesterday we did file a motion to dismiss in lieu of an answer pursuant to 2.504B1. We tried to file it on Tuesday just for the record, but because of the security issue, we were unable to.
Well, you know, people make bomb threats. What can I say?
I know. You guys have a really spicy time over there, but we did file it yesterday and it is in the process of being mailed out to the plaintiff. So I'm not sure. At this point, we would seek a hearing date unless you have reviewed it and.
I haven't received your motion, so I have not reviewed it.
Okay,
You indicate you filed a dispositive motion. What I will do, I'll simply calendar that motion
okay,
for our next date. Ms. Ewing, when you receive this motion, you ought to file and serve your answer as promptly as possible. We're going to hear that motion, then it's going to be on May 11th at 10 o'clock. Does that date and time work for everybody?
Can I ask a question, Judge?
Yes, ma'am.
If I filed all of my evidence with all the addresses and everything else that council has asked for, what I don't understand what the delay is.
I don't understand what you're saying, man. What delay are you speaking of?
Well, she's moving. Well, maybe I just don't understand the procedure, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
I'm not sure if we received a different complaint, but the amended complaint, but the first amended complaint we received did not have an address.
All of that is in my evidence. It's all filed with the court.
Well, ma'am, first of all, let me make sure you understand the
Yes,
rules
sir.
of pleading, which are your responsibility to follow.
Yes, sir.
Among those rules, you are supposed to put on your pleading, each and every pleading that you file with the court and serve on the other side, your mailing address. That's your obligation. That's not their obligation to come to the courthouse and look for.
My mailing address.
Yes, on the face of your complaint. It's supposed to say if you have your name, your address where mail can be served, and a telephone number. That's supposed to be on the face of the complaint. There's a box for plaintiff, a box for defendant, a box for plaintiff lawyer, a box for defendant lawyer.
Every time I've gotten a form that asks for that, I put that on there.
Your Honor, I would concur that she has included a mailing address.
Mhm.
The issue is that it is a PO box, so that can't correlate with the issue of property damage because a PO box doesn't correlate to an address where there might be landscaping. So that is the issue, is that we don't have this address where the alleged damage occurred. We do have a PO box that we can send, different pleadings in our answer and motions to.
Do I say Miss Ayash?
Graham is fine, Ms. Graham.
Graham, okay, Miss Graham, I have all of that information in my evidence, and I thought that you got the evidence like the judge got the evidence. I didn't know.
I received a single sheet of paper.
That's what I have here, dated 3/24/23.
It was sent electronically.
Mine was sent by apparently yours. This is signed by you in person.
No, this
But your complaint.
the
It
evidence that I
says
have with
in front
all
of my
the
house.
information on it is I sent electronically.
Well, I only have and can go off what I was served.
Miss-
And that was
Miss
just a
Graham,
single piece.
I'll just send it directly to you. Is that okay?
The address,
I'll send you all this that I sent to the court, if you like.
well, we still have a motion pending.
Okay.
All right, we'll deal with this the next time, ma'am. You
Yeah.
might want to review the court rules here. You elect to represent yourself, as is your constitutional right, but this is not small claims. This is the general civil division, and both sides have to follow the Michigan court rules.
Yes,
So
sir.
council, you said you filed a dispositive motion. We'll calendar that for May 11th, at 10 o'clock. Since you have a mailing address, you can serve the plaintiff at that address. If you're going to file a response, ma'am, you should serve both the court and the counsel for the other side, and of course, file a proof of service. We'll see you guys May 11th, at 10 o'clock for plaintiff defendant's motion for summary disposition. Is there anything else
Thank you, Your Honor.
today?
No, sir.
Anything for you, counsel?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
We'll see you then. Y'all be safe.
You as well. Bye.
Let's done this one. Let's turn this one. You didn't know that.
Philip Sousa's March El Capitan is one of his most famous and frequently heard. It's also the name of one of his many operettas. Yeah, he was an operetta composer too, quite the successful one. Other operettas were entitled The Charlatan and The Bride Elect, and we just heard selections from 3 of those works in the suite El Capitan and Friends. Ryan Keith and Friends performing the central band of the Royal Air Force. WRCJ-FM, Detroit. Support for WRCJ is provided by the Detroit Symphony Orchestra. One of the world's top pianists, Stephen Huff, performs Beethoven's stunning third piano concerto on a program with Bruckner's Fourth Symphony. Tickets available now at dso.org, April 14th through 16th at Orchestra Hall. Beethoven's third piano concerto and Bruckner's Fourth with the Detroit Symphony Orchestra. The new member challenge is on. $5,000 for dollar challenge from Presby Society leaders Kay and Al Huberty. Kay and Al will double your gift to WRCJ when you make your investment right now in great music at 866-909-9725 or at donate at WRCJFM.org. 866-909-9725 WRCJFM.org. And thanks. WRC-JFM with the final movement, Mozart's Third Violin Concerto. Detroit Symphony Orchestra violinist Jiangmin Wang is going to perform that coming up in Grosse Pointe on Sunday, April the 23rd at 7 p.m. Our Lady Star at the Sea Church is the scene, and I'm going to be giving away some tickets for this great concert coming up from the Grosse Pointe Symphony Orchestra with the Mozart Violin Concerto. The March from Superman, we're going to hear some John Williams from the orchestra. And also on the second half of the program, after intermission, Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov's signature work, Scheherazade. Yeah, it's really going to be a violin festival of the Mozart Concerto, and then concertmaster Gregory Staples playing the virtuosic solo part, practically a violin concerto, Scheherazade. That's Sunday, April 23rd, and I'm giving away some tickets for that after we sample the last movement of Scheherazade by Rimsky-Korsakov from WRC-JFM. listener supported WRCJ FM with the orchestral magnum opus by Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov last week from Scheherazade. Now you can hear that in person from the Grosse Pointe Symphony Orchestra Sunday, April 23rd, as Detroit Symphony Orchestra violinist and concertmaster of the Grosse Pointe Symphony, Gregory Staples, is going to be the soloist. Scheherazade by Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov. What a treat that will be. Double treat, though, from Detroit Symphony Orchestra violinists, as Jiamin Wang from the DSO joins in on the first half of the program for Mozart's third violin concerto. Yeah, kind of a violin show on April 23rd. I'm pretty psyched about that. Jiamin Wang from the DSO from Mozart's third violin concerto. Gregory Staples from the DSO is the concertmaster leading the orchestra in Scheherazade. Well, Joe Sprickle leads the orchestra. The maestro is also Detroit Symphony Orchestra violinist and the music director and conductor of the Grosse Pointe Symphony Orchestra. We'll all be there Sunday, April 23rd, 7 p.m. And I have 2 pairs of tickets to give away right now if you'd like to go to that performance on us and the Grosse Pointe Symphony. 313-494-8635 is the number to call. Really hope to see you there. Sunday, April 23rd, 7 o'clock at Our Lady Star to see Grosse Pointe Fields, Rimsky-Korsakov, Mozart, and John Williams. 313-494-8635. 2 pairs of tickets to give away right now. 313-494-8635. Good takeaway. And I'm Peter Ward. Great music on WRCJ is here for you to enjoy anytime. Classical music has the power to bring the impossibly beautiful to reality. Please take a moment to invest in great music on the radio for the coming year. Every dollar you put into commercial-free music on WRCJ comes back to you with the sounds of inspiration you've come to expect. Make your gift now at 866-909-725 or go to donate now at WRCJFM.org. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Glenn from Hamtramck, and I like WRCJ 90.9 FM and HD1.
Hey, it's Peter Ward with the second hour of Midday Music. Let's get right into it. Your little street composer, shall we? Very famous composer, but the work that you don't hear from that often, although it is the fine first symphony of today's mystery composer, is the Queensland Philharmonic.
I'm gonna go after. Mhm. Hello,
Hello,
good morning.
good
Uh,
morning.
I want to let you know that I know you were here. I don't have the other side as of yet. We'll get back to you as soon as the council arrives.
Okay, thank you.
Put you back in the waiting room.
Okay.
He had a good year.
Today's mystery composer's music was played by the Cleveland Symphony Orchestra. Our composer lived from 1786.
Hello?
Hello,
Yes, hi, how are you?
Mr. Holmes,
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Michael Holmes on behalf of the defendant, Livernois Oil Express, P4.
11:27, Mr. Holmes, is not 11 o'clock.
I apologize, Your Honor. It's my fault.
I figured that part out.
Yeah.
Let's call the file. This is file 22243350. Elisa Botchway versus Livernois Oil Express. What is your name, ma'am?
Elisa Botchway.
Your appearance, counsel.
Michael Holmes, Your Honor, on behalf of Livernois Oil Express, P46095.
All right, we had a motion filed on behalf of the defendant concerning discovery, just hit my desk today. Did you get that motion, ma'am? Ma'am?
Yes, sir.
All right, did you receive that motion?
Yes, I have.
All right, all right, what I'm going to do, there's no point in having a pretrial if our discovery isn't being done. I'm going to calendar that motion for April 27 at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, excuse me. April 27, work for everybody,
Yes, excuse me, sir.
ma'am?
I don't even know where they have the car, so my mechanic can go.
Well, ma'am, we
And-
aren't at that point, we're not at that point yet. At this point, you have to answer their discovery. Written discovery is something that's permitted, and the court authorized that a while ago. This discovery is long overdue. So if you want to have some kind of other written discovery, ma'am, you have a right to file that too, but you do not have a right to ignore theirs. So we're going to adjourn this pretrial and we'll hear defendant's motion to compel discovery. I'll see you next April 27th at 11 o'clock. Does that date and time work for everyone?
Yes, sir.
That work for you?
How do I get my, excuse me, how do I go about my discovery?
Oh, wait, just a second, ma'am. Does that work, date and time work for you, counsel?
Yes, it does, Your Honor.
Now, ma'am, you can file written interrogatories, requests for admissions, requests for production of documents, just as he did. That's up to you.
And I go to the court about that?
Ma'am, you serve everything to the attorney for the other side. Requests
Okay.
for admissions have to be served with the court. Requests for production of documents, interrogatories do not. But again, you have to serve the other side, and the request for admissions, if you serve that, they have to be served with the court as well. I will see you folks April 27th at 11 o'clock. Let's get our discovery going here. Anything else?
Just my apologies to the court and also to the plaintiff, Your Honor. I had mistakenly put it in my calendar for 11:30, so my apologies.
We'll see you at 11:20 o'clock, April 27th. Thank you for coming in. You're
Thank
off
you.
the record. That concludes the morning call.